Do you think a dog and rabbit could ever live together successfully?
Of course.
Well, hold on. What if the dog ate the rabbit, Zach?
I would cry.
If you're making a movie, a good investment would be partaking in a holiday film. TV networks will play it every year, and you'll hopefully get royalties each time it airs. There's far too many Christmas and Halloween movies to compete with. But what about Easter? Besides Charlie Brown and Mallrats, Easter is there for the taking. Well, this is 2011's Hop from Illumination Entertainment. A live-action film of the CG rabbit played by Russell Brand, who is next in the family line to become the Easter Bunny. But he doesn't want to be the Easter Bunny, so he moves to Hollywood in hopes of becoming a famous drummer. Hop was Illumination's second film and lowest-grossing, lowest-rated movie as of now. This film was in and out of theaters faster than Russell Brand's career.
Shut up. Speak when you're spoken to. Is that clear?
Was that joke too soon or not soon enough? Hop, being Illumination's second film, really explains why the CG looks below standard, as characters don't blend into their environments. It really looks unfinished.
I will fight you.
All I'm saying is the Easter Bunny at the Menlo Park Mall was more convincing. And this concept is so tiresome as it's directed by Tim Hill, known for Alvin and the Chipmunks, Garfield 2, The Tale of Two Kitties, and Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever. When you need to make a cliché CG animal live-action movie, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters! But what's the mythos they've created for Easter? According to this film, the Easter Bunny lives on Easter Island and has a factory of workers making candy and colored eggs every year. On Easter morning, the Easter Bunny rides a sleigh pulled by baby chickens and delivers eggs to backyards everywhere. He delivers the eggs, but where does the candy they make go? I don't know. Yeah, they didn't even try. They just took Christmas and gave it an Easter mod.
On Keepers, on Peepers, on Biscuit and Fuzzy.
You don't even see much to do with Easter in this movie. Where are the kids smashing colored eggs over each other's heads? How can you make one of the few Easter movies without seeing anyone actually celebrate Easter? Where's the holiday spirit? Jesus didn't die and resurrect for this.
What do you think? It's a little too hot for the kids, no?
When a kid sees this movie, they're thinking, oh, the Easter Bunny is like Santa, except instead of video games or toys, I get colored eggs. Yay. So, let's find out why Hop is the 9th worst, partially animated movie ever. In no particular order, it's Juice and Jam time.
It's a new day, but it all feels old. It's a good life, that's what I'm told.
Let us meet our characters. Our first is the Bunny EB. It's a stupid name, but he does offer better trade-in value on used video games. EB, I remind you, is voiced by Russell Brand.
Who?
Russell Brand? Okay, a few years ago, Russell Brand happened to be in a funny movie, and then they put him in more and more movies until everyone realized he was never funny. Then he disappeared.
Hello, sausage. I think you're overdressed.
Back to EB, he's a rebellious young rabbit who wears flannel shirts, drums all day, and can speed run Donkey Kong Jungle Beat while listening to Good Charlotte in 2011. That song came out 2002. EB is so radical, he even knows how to play Rock Band on his first try.
I am the Extreme Rock Master!
Wow, I remember when the Smurfs movie did the same thing. Funny how that similar movie starred Russell Brand's ex, Katy Perry. Ignoring the outdated music and games, EB's getting old enough to take his father's place as the Easter Bunny. But he doesn't want to, he wants to drum, man. It's about the dream, it's about the music, and parents just don't understand.
Listen to me. 4,000 years of tradition doesn't end just because one selfish bunny doesn't feel like doing it.
Well, technically a lot of traditions end because people just choose not to do them. Goat sacrifices were traditional and we don't do that anymore. Although this one time when I was 8, I opened up my fridge and my dad brought home a skinned goat wrapped in plastic, but we're Mexican so it's normal. Anywho, it's pretty narrow-minded just to do something for the sake of doing something. Why limit yourself?
You want me to be this. But maybe I'm not this. Just maybe I'm this.
A sock?
Ugh. Yeah, that's right. I might be a metaphorical sock. I might not be a good enough egg, but I might be the best sock ever.
So yeah, basically the dad says, boy, I don't know what they told you on that hippie-ass Tumblr site, but get your ass to work. So E.B. decides to run away to Hollywood and become a drummer. How will he get there? Well, the bunnies have a secret tunnel system taking them all over the world. But why do they need Santa's sleigh? Wouldn't it be more original to use the tunnel system instead of ripping off Santa Claus? Doesn't matter, E.B. made it to Hollywood, but where will this talking rabbit stay?
Listen to me. This is the Playboy Mansion. It's not a hotel.
It says here that ever since 1971, the Playboy Mansion has been home to sexy bunnies from around the world.
Friend, I can't see you.
Now, I'm telling you that I am both a bunny and incredibly sexy.
I don't have time for this.
I hope you thought that was funny because I just spoiled one of the 3 good jokes in this whole movie. Now, let's meet the second half of this buddy comedy with Fred, played by James Marsden, Cyclops from the original X-Men movies. Fred's a grown man between jobs living with his parents. Keep in mind, this actor was 38 when this movie premiered. Considering the age of these actors, the dad would have to be 17 and the mom 13 when she had this kid. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, his dad is the guy from Office Space.
You need to do something. You need to get a life. You need to get a job, and you need to move out.
Yeah, if you could just leave. How messed up would it be if he did get a job at an office building and it's run by a younger version of his own dad, but no one within the movie mentions it?
You have to get back on the horse.
And you have so much potential.
Thanks, Mom.
Sometimes I think you adopted me because Fred was such a disappointment.
Damn, bitch! Where'd that come from? I empathize with Fred and feel personally attacked right now. I just want to watch a silly kids movie as a grown man, yet I'm being judged. What the heck? They kick Fred out to the curb, but his sister, played by Penny from the Bing Bong Theory, gets him an entry-level job at a video game company and lets him house sit some guy's mansion she has to house it, but can't. Hey Penny, did you remember to wipe his ass for him while you're at it? Fred is on his merry way to the mansion, and E.B., get out of the way!
Wow!
Fred sees this rabbit is still breathing and decides to mercy kill E.B. by smashing him with a rock.
Don't you worry, little friend. I'm gonna end your suffering.
Do it. Fulfill your destiny. Kill the Easter Bunny. Jesus is the real hero of Easter. Aw, damn it, he's alive. For now. Fred is shocked at first at the sight of this talking rabbit, but they decide to live together because Fred feels guilty for running E.B. over. This is where the movie becomes the typical Alvin and the Chipmunks Smurfs movie, where the animal's messy, the human's clean, they argue. Like, you watched Alvin, it's the same movie. With these types of films, the CG animal always meets up with these adults with adult problems like being a marketing executive or whatever Neil Patrick Harris was in Smurfs. If these are kids' movies, wouldn't kids like it better if the CG characters met with other kids?
I think we lost them. Oh, again with the head.
So from now on, the movie is them just fumbling around. There really isn't much of a plot. Most movies have a plot line, but this has plot branches spinning off and going nowhere. They have one scene of Fred applying for his video game job, which sounds exciting, especially if you're a kid. You'd assume Fred would pitch a video game based around the rabbit and it becomes a smash hit, or they end up in a virtual reality game world and they gotta get out of there. But this video game job is on for one scene and never brought up again. All it's here for is to have E.B. meet the real-life band, the Blind Boys of Alabama, in this game's recording studio.
But where is Ricky? We need to put a backbeat behind that.
Oh yeah, kids love those guys.
Dad, this music sucks. I want to listen to LMFAO.
Keep on.
On to the next plot thread. The rabbit auditions for a talent show hosted by an overused cameo.
Mr. Hasselhoff.
Yes.
May I call you the Hoff?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Oh, wow, a David Hasselhoff cameo. That was funny when everyone else did it. Let's be honest, nothing could ever top his cameo in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
This is a mess.
Turns out the director for Hop was a writer on the SpongeBob movie and several 90s Nickelodeon shows like Rocco. Too bad he directed and didn't write this movie, otherwise it could have been funny.
You're not surprised that I'm a talking rabbit?
Little man, my best friend's a talking car.
David Hasselhoff, everyone.
So what? You have me, you have Haley, you have
Oh, shut. Fuck you. You're good in my life.
What?
Who is the target audience of Hop? Kids don't know about Hasselhoff's talking car and Knight Rider or the Blind Boys of Alabama. When I was a kid watching the SpongeBob movie in theaters, I had no idea who this guy was. But what they did with him was funny enough that I didn't need to know anything about him. They made jokes, not references.
You are a superstar. You are a jerk for abandoning Fred. Look, you better tell me something positive about me.
And if you thought that was a pointless cameo, later at this talent competition, he shows up.
Eb, in here, please. Eb. It's EB. That's me. Oh, all right, well, EB, you wanted on stage in 2 minutes.
Yeah, Russell Brand appears, does nothing funny, and disappears. Just like Russell Brand's career.
Wow, this is fun.
It's the Easter Bunny! Get him! Unhand me, young man!
I'm really special.
What are you doing?
See?
So is the film building up to the talent show climax? You know, the rabbit trains, he plays his heart out on stage, the dad's in the audience and says, "That's my son," and lets him become a drummer. Kinda like the movie Sing, also by Illumination.
How did I end up with a son like you?
A film that spoils its entire story arc in the trailer.
That's my son!
Is that how the movie plays out? No, they just abandoned the talent show idea. EB doesn't even compete. He just leaves to do something else. Jeez, did the studio ask, hey, is the script for that Easter movie finished? No? Damn. Well, we gotta get something out for Easter. Just keep all those ideas in, whatever.
Did you like me? I was the rabbit.
But did you like me? I was the blonde.
What a desperate actress.
For a film about a drumming rabbit, I have to ask, were they rushing or were they dragging? They rushed the script and they dragged out the random plots out for 90 minutes of pointless scenes. Like the part where the two upstage Fred's little sister's school play and everyone starts singing to I Want Candy for no reason.
I want candy. I want candy. I want candy. Take it, kids.
Dragging just a hair. 5, 6, and...
It's not up until the last 30 minutes of this movie where Fred is without a job and suddenly decides he, as a human, wants to become the Easter Bunny, and he trains to become one in a single montage. Will this human become the Easter Bunny? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Well, let's rewind to the very, very, very beginning of this film where they explain the mythos of the Easter Bunny. From generation to generation, an Easter Bunny is chosen to be next in line.
You have to be, well, a bunny. Or at least you did. Hi, I'm Fred O'Hare, the first human Easter Bunny. It'll make sense once you know how it all went down.
So yeah, the very first minute of the film spoils the ending. Thanks for that. Not that I cared, but still, would have offered a bit of a surprise. Now, at the same time of all this happening, EB's father is worried about his son running away without a trace, so he sends out a team to track down EB, the Pink Barrettes, who have their own rap theme song.
Get ready, it's the Pink Parade!
Maybe the movie could have been better if it was about them. Sure, a spy comedy has been done to death, but at least it would have focus and a goal. The Pink Barrettes track EB through the film until EB decides to fake his own death by getting a clean new shirt and putting it on a cooked turkey. Why not use the shirt you're wearing, you know, the one that has your scent? You establish they track through smell. Thinking he's home free, E.B. runs off to Hasselhoff's limo, but gets the feeling he forgot something.
What about Fred?
Oh no, he left Fred home alone, and he's only 38 years old! E.B. did not count on faking his own death in this house would result in the only other person in this house, Fred, being framed for murder. Whoops! The Pink Berets are taking Fred back to Easter Island. Until then, E.B.'s father wonders who will be the next Easter Bunny for now. Well, he does have his slaves of chicken chicks who know everything about the process, like this Mexican stereotype Carlos voiced by Hank Azaria. Hey, I remember when the Smurfs movie got Hank Azaria.
Okay, ciao. See you later. Enjoy your life of privilege, little bunny.
Because of all the chicks that don't age, I'm assuming this rabbit infects them with a sort of Webster-Andy Milonakis thing preventing them from aging, so they'll look cute forever and be too weak to rise up against the bunny overlords.
I told you bunnies would take over the world, and they have! Lucky we prepared for this day, huh, Blake?
But anywho, Carlos actually knows how to run the factory and deserves to be the Easter Bunny. It would make sense with the theme of this film. E.B. wants to be a drummer, but he's born to be the Easter Bunny. Carlos wants to be the Easter Bunny, but he's born a chicken.
Given these troubled times, even a humble chick could do the job.
Really, Carlos? Wow. I mean, that is funny. Can you imagine that? A chick delivering Easter? That's ridiculous. Oh, dear me.
All this could change if this old fuck would quit it with his traditions and let the rabbit get gay married or whatever metaphor this is supposed to be of. Except Carlos is set up to be the villain, all because he's Mexican, all because he's a chicken. He knows the job, but he's just not a bunny. So Carlos takes over the factory, captures the Pink Berets, and steals the royal bunny staff called the Egg of Destiny that'll turn the holder into a bunny.
Carlos, I'm warning you. The Egg of Destiny is too dangerous in the hands of a chick.
Well, why don't you just let Carlos hold it so he does become a bunny? Your only problem with him is that he isn't a bunny, you fucking racist.
I need the help, please! Tatsuo!
Maybe it's a family inheritance thing since there's other bunnies that work at this Willy Wonka ripoff factory. But yeah, now Carlos owns the factory and decides to make Easter in his own image.
From now on, their baskets will be filled with clumps of birdseed, dried crickets, and the world's finest worms.
Oh god, those guys in the white hoodies were right. I can't believe this Mexican pollito took their jobs! It took our job! The film ends on E.B. coming back to save the factory. The chickens are about to take off, but E.B. uses his drum skills to distract them with rhythmic dance. They crash, and that's it. Yeah, so what happens next? The king pronounces E.B. and E.B.'s friend, Fred, who he has never met, as co-Easter bunnies together.
By the power vested in me, I pronounce E.B. and Fred O'Hare co-Easter bunnies.
Wow, the rabbit would rather give the job to an untrained, inexperienced human than a skilled Mexican. Wait, hang on, no, wait! So what about E.B.'s dream of being a drummer? Rest easy, my skeezy. They settled that on a compromise.
I'm still gonna be a drummer, Dad, but I can be the Easter Bunny too.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair compromise when you only have to work one day out of the year. Also, I like how in this ending scene, all the chickens are celebrating E.B.'s victory. You know, the same chickens that partook in the uprising minutes ago. Carlos over here still works as a chicken in this factory. I guess they're all just mindless drones or slaves. And wait, how come the Egg of Destiny kept Carlos as a bunny, but doesn't turn Fred, the human, into a bunny? I don't know. This movie is just a bunch of ideas. None of them are fleshed out like it's a first draft. Maybe they rushed it out for Easter and to beat the Smurfs to the box office, a very similar film, as I pointed out, which they did, but at the point of this movie feeling slapped together and, once again, being the studio's worst performing film, it's appropriate this movie was released 2011 on April 1st, because it's a joke. You could rewrite this movie to be less than a minute long. Watch this.
Dad, I don't want to be the Easter Bunny. I want to be a drummer.
Son, you can be both. The Easter Bunny only works one day out of the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. Fuck this movie and Happy Easter. But not in that order.
This is for Brody.
Things rolling, Pause makes the family fun. Open the Easter egg color kit, and the good times have just begun.
Drop a colored tablet into vinegar and cold water.
Then dip a hard-boiled egg
for a rainbow of beautiful Easter colors.
Pause really gets things rolling. We grab our egg holders too, of cotton, feathers, and lollipop, just to name a few.
So pick up a Pause Easter egg color kit and really get things rolling.